Hello Scorpio, and welcome to Coleman Tarot. My name is H.E. Coleman, and this is going to be your reading for the month of February. There is a really big windstorm outside, so if you hear that, if you hear all the windows rattling, that's what it is. Here we go. Okay, Scorpio. Scorpio for February. Alrighty. There we go. Okay. Magician. Nice. There we go. Oh, good. Lovely. Okay. This is your pathway for the month. These are the things you're going to meet along the way. This is your obstacle. This is your outcome, and these are the things that are hidden from you. So you're starting off the month with the Magician, which is wonderful because the Magician is a card that lets you know you are that you're able to manifest things. So it's kind of like a manager where whenever you need something, they find it for you. They can produce it. The Magician is someone who can create, they can pull together swords, they can pull out pentacles, they can pull out the cups, the staffs, basically anything that you need, anything that you need, the Magician can supply. Anything that you need, the Magician creates opportunities, the Magician gives you solutions to things. So this is going to be you. You're going to be very, not necessarily magical, but you're going to find quick ways to solve problems, basically. Anything that you need, you're going to be able to just think about it, and then it'll start coming to you. You're going to be able to really have things go your way, basically. This is the kind of person that can just be like, oh, I need to find my way somewhere. I'll just instantly remember someone who can give me a ride, or I'll know exactly where to go to get a ride, or I'll know exactly what to do in this situation or that situation. You're going to be really, I don't know why I'm having this trouble describing this. The Magician is somebody who can just solve problems really easily. They can attract things that they need, basically. I don't know why this guy just threw me for some reason. All right. The other things that you're going to meet along the way are this card here, which is a disappointment. Now, this is a disappointment that is minor because she just picks up her sword and keeps going. She doesn't even stop to dry her tears. She just picks up her sword and is like, you know what? I'm over it. I'm going to keep going. And all of the crows are there to give her advice and to tell her, you know, keep going. You can do it. Crows are like encouraging, advising creatures. They just, maybe not in real life, but in tarot, they just whisper things like, you can do it, you can keep going, you know, you got this. And so the crows they're all there supporting her and just saying, keep going. All right. So a minor disappointment, not a big thing. But if something happens and you think, darn it, just pick up your sword and keep going. Do not dwell on it too long, because then you're going to interrupt the flow that you have at the beginning of the month, which is being able to manifest stuff, being able to find solutions to problems. If you're disappointed and you're bitter and angry and stuff like that, it interrupts the flow of the universe being able to help you, and then you just end up snowballing negative stuff instead of snowballing good stuff. Okay, the other thing that you have is someone is having an unfair advantage. Now what this means is that this can be someone in your life having an unfair advantage, and you look at them and you think, well, why don't I have that? And the other thing is, it can be you having an unfair advantage over others. But what I see when I see this card in your spread is that someone has an unfair advantage, someone has connections or know-how or skill or knowledge, and they're using it to help you. You're just sitting there with your little sword, and the person's like, I'm going to help you with my mighty electronic sword. And they're just calling forth the lightning from the heavens, basically, to help you, or calling forth like the power that they have. This person has a lot of power, And you're like, wait a second, when I hold my sword, I don't get lightning from the sky. And the person's like, that's because you're not me. You know, like you don't have like the experience or connections or skills or whatever. And so it's, and since you're the magician too, you can be this person who is using your skills and your abilities to help others. Okay? So, there we go. The thing you have in the middle of your month, the main thing about your month is this, which is, being trapped in the past or being very nostalgic about the past and saying, why can't it be like it was in the old days? Well, in the old days, it wasn't as great as you remember it. There's always problems, but when you look back in hindsight, it looks perfect. Okay? So this card is saying that you are feeling nostalgic for the old ways. You're feeling like you want to return to childhood. Maybe you want to like act like a little kid. Maybe you want to take something from your childhood and bring it into your adulthood. There's lots of there's lots of hobbies and things like that we have when we were kids, and then you just dump them, and then later on you think, hey, I want to go back and try to do that again. I want to go back and try to like act like a little kid again. And you can get a really good hobby from that. If you liked painting when you were a kid, or if you liked, I don't know, football when you were a kid or something, then you just go back and do a little bit of it just for fun and see if it's as great as you remember, or see if you want to turn that into a hobby that you can have as an adult. The other thing about this card, a big thing about this card is taking a person from your past and bringing them into your future. With things like Facebook and Twitter and stuff like that, people get in contact with people that they've known like years and years ago, they haven't talked to in 20 years or something, and you talk to that person and it's like your kids again. It's like you automatically pick up where you left off. And you're not going to have the same relationship necessarily, but you might want to bring them into your future as a friend or as a lover, as in a new relationship. And just, if you're having trouble meeting people, talk to people from your past, because sometimes that past that you have in common is a great foundation for starting a new relationship. All right. Now, the other things that you have that are helping or hindering you are the Fortune card, the Wheel of Fortune. And it's right above this disappointment. So what that means to me is that your fortune is going to change. It's going to change for the better. And I think that the cards after that are better. So I'm really feeling like your fortune is going to change for the better. You're going to be lucky. Have more luck. All right? And the other card that you have that's helping or hindering is the Fear card. Fear and self-doubt. This is where you have those little nagging self-doubt things where you're thinking, am I as good as I was? Am I as good as I was in the past? Or am I not as, am I not as far ahead in life as I planned to be? I really thought by this time in my life I'd be, have X, Y, Z. And so that's another thing where you're being trapped in the past and you're thinking, like I expected my life to be better and now I'm disappointed and I'm kind of sad about that and doubting myself and my abilities. And, everybody has that. So don't feel bad about yourself, and don't blow it out of proportion and say, like I've accomplished nothing. Well, that's not true. And you need to not, if you have a disappointment or if you feel like looking back at the past, you're not as far ahead as you want to be, don't blow it out of proportion in your mind and just think that, feel bad about yourself, because that's not going to help you. That's not going to help your future. If you want to feel good about the future, don't feel bad about the fact that you're not what you thought you were going to be in the past, All right. This is your obstacle. Clarity. You're not really seeing things clearly. Okay? And that, you can see that from here. That she's having a nightmare that there's all these swords around her head. Now, she's not going to wake up and see 9 swords there. It's not real. It's all in her head. She's really blowing it out of proportion, and she's really feeling bad and negative about herself, but she doesn't, it's not real. It's not real. And that's why your obstacle is clarity. You're not seeing the picture clearly. You have luck, and you have the ability to manifest stuff, and you have an unfair advantage, and you have 2 brilliant cups waiting for you in the future. There's 2 cups waiting for the future. So you're not really seeing things clearly. Okay, I had to go over there and cough my guts there for a second. Now, so as I was saying, you're not really seeing things clearly, and you need to not feel so bad about yourself. You need to not allow fear and doubt to ruin your future. Okay? Just kind of realize that if you see yourself in a negative light, you're not really seeing the picture clearly. You need to just try to have a more positive view of the future, because then you can let go of the past and move towards these 2 exciting cups that are coming in the future. Now, here is your outcome. The 2 of Cups. And this is what you're reaching for. 2 cups. Okay? So, I really feel like for some of you, you're going to be going back to the past and getting somebody and bringing them into your future. Whether that's a lover or someone that you feel really close to, someone that you trusted in the past, someone that you feel like you can trust in the future. You're going to be either bringing a person into the future, or you're going to be reaching for these cups that are going to bring you happiness and fulfillment. That's what cups are about, happiness and fulfillment. And here you have 2 cups. This card is traditionally about having a soulmate connection with someone, feeling really close to someone. It doesn't have to be a lover, but I really think a lot of you are going to be, looking in the past and bringing somebody forward into the future, whether that's a lover or someone that's going to be really close to you, like a really good friend, or a relative that you can have a great relationship with, that you kind of like ignored or left aside for a while, and now you can have a great relationship with them in the future. A lot of you, it's going to be a lover, a new romance that you pull from the past. Okay, now these are the things that are hidden from you. The Fool. The Fool is about starting out on something new where you're really excited and really naive, where you don't know where it's going, and it could end up in disaster, but you don't see it that way because you're just so excited, and that's great. It's a great feeling to have the beginning of an adventure or a relationship. At the beginning, it's so exciting and so wonderful, and that's good. And you shouldn't be worried about, if it could end in disaster. Well, yeah, so could anything, but you should be enjoying the new part when it's new. Just don't let it be ruined by fear and doubt and stuff like that. Just have fun with it, because even if it does end in disaster, even if it ends in a like you break up or whatever, it doesn't work out, why would you want to feel negative at the beginning? Just enjoy the beginning part. And if it ends up not being great, or if it ends up a different way than you expected, at least you got to enjoy the beginning part. So enjoy this. Don't ruin it with this. Just enjoy having something exciting and new in your life, whether it's a person or a project or whatever. Enjoy it. The other card that you have is, the other 2 that you have, one of them is Strength, which is you being really strong and following your instincts. Okay? And the other one that you have is the Empress, which is about bringing you stuff that you really care about, such as love, passionate projects, exciting new things, pregnancies. This could be a pregnancy that you're just starting out and you're really excited. And you don't realize that soon you're going to blow up like a balloon, but still, it doesn't matter. You're going to be excited and have a great time. All right? The Empress is about bringing things to fruition that have taken a long time to get there. A relationship can take a long time. A friendship can take a long time to forgive someone for the past, So she shows up. She is pretty much like a bigger version of this. This is you being able to manifest little things. This is the universe manifesting big things for you. This is a wonderful card to have. Okay? And these are the things that she's manifesting. Luck, possibly love, new relationship, new project, exciting things, okay? Now, those are the 3 things that are hidden from you. Okay, now I'm going to give you a fate card for the month. Don't forget that your outcome was this. Soulmate connection, whether that's with a lover or someone you're going to be really close to. Romance, stuff like that. Probably someone from the past, or a new relationship with someone from the past. Okay. This is your card for the month. It's an Earth card. It says, utilize logic, reason, and common sense. Logic, reason, and common sense. So if you're feeling like, I feel like I'll never amount to anything, just realize that clarity is not going to be, it's going to be an obstacle for you this month, and realize that you should look at things logically. If you're feeling too emotional about something, look at it logically and just realize that you already have amounted to something. You're already doing great things. You're already out there. You're already like, you know, you have a life, even if it's not the perfect life that you want. You're still doing okay. You're still doing better than a lot of other people. So just don't be so hard on yourself, okay? Don't have so much self-doubt about your life now or in the past or in the future. Just kind of, you know, don't be so hard on yourself. All right. Now, your spiritual card is going to be, I think that's 2. Yep. Ah, there we go. Follow your heart. Now remember, we just had this one where it's like follow the logic and the, you know, and this one's following your heart. So this one is more about like this. If you have an opportunity to get together with someone from your past, just take a chance and maybe it'll be, maybe there'll be sparks flying, or maybe you'll have a new friend, something like that. Follow your heart. If you feel like you want to try something, don't not try it because of fear. Just give something a try. Okay? The other one that you have is freedom. Freedom, which is great. It's a relief to feel like not so much trapped. And this is the one where you're chained. She's chained to the past. Okay? And this card is talking about freedom. Having freedom from that and following your heart and not being afraid to move into the future. To take something, you can take something from the past, but move into the future and realize that relationships are not going to be the same as they were, but you can make it even better in the future. And if you have a hobby or something that you want to bring from the past, you can make it even better in the future. And now you're an adult, so you can do some of the stuff that you wanted to do when you were a kid that you couldn't do. All right. Now, every month I'm going to have a new deck, or at least try. This month I got the Dali deck from my ex-husband for my birthday. He's a wonderful guy, and he gave me a wonderful present. It is the Dali deck, which has art from Salvador Dali and other artists. So I'm going to take 3 cards, and I'm going to ask, let's see. I don't really want to know what the fear is about, because it could be anything. It doesn't really matter. It's just fear and doubt are just like nagging things in your head that are, they're just not going to help. They don't help in any situation. You need to try to think positively. So I'm not going to ask what the fear and doubt is about. That's not going to help you. What I want to ask is, what else do you need to know this month? What else do you need to know this month? Oh. Aha. Okay. One more. You got 2. Oh, okay. Okay. So, this is what you got. You got judgment. Judgment is about starting over. It's about pretty much you're judged, you pay for your crime, and then you start over fresh. It's like rebirth. Rebirth. You face what you've done, whether it's good or bad. You face what you've done. You reap what you sow, and then when you move on, you don't take any guilt with you because you've paid for what you've done. You move on fresh. Start new. You don't take the guilt with you. You don't take the sadness with you. You don't take anything with you. You just start over. You start fresh. That's what judgment is about. You basically reap what you sow. If you put good stuff out, you get good stuff back. If you put bad stuff out, you get bad stuff back. And then you can start over and start fresh. All right. The other thing that you got is death. Death and judgment. Okay? Death. So death is about an end of one thing and a beginning of another. And here's your new beginning. It's an end of one thing and the beginning of another. It's like the end of the past and the beginning of the future. Okay? It's about transformation and growth. Spiritual growth. All right? The last one that you have is this one, which is an initial success. You're starting off on something and you're going to have an initial success where things are going to go your way because you also have the Empress helping you out and you also have luck helping you out. Things are going to go your way. You're going to accomplish something and you're going to have an initial success and you're going to feel good and confident about it. All right? So those are the things that you need to know this month. You're going to be judged for something. You're going to reap what you've sown. You're going to move on and leave the guilt of the past behind. Then you're going to have a transformation where you start over. You're going to have spiritual growth. Then you're going to have success. So awesome. And this is how you're ending your month. feeling really close to someone, feeling a really soulmate connection with someone. All right? And I really feel someone from your past is going to be coming into your future, whether it's a romance or whether it's just a reconnection with someone that's going to be really strong and powerful. Okay? Have a wonderful month, and I will see you next month. Bye.